You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
The UFC is returning to Chicago with one of its biggest cards of the year, and all eyes are on the United Center for UFC 319. The main event is a blockbuster clash as middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis defends his belt against Khamzat Chimaev, one of the most feared fighters in the sport, who has yet to claim UFC gold. It's a fight that fans have been waiting years to see, and it's finally here. Du Plessis has quietly turned himself into one of the most dominant champions in the division. Since joining the UFC in 2020, he has racked up an undefeated streak inside the octagon, with victories over some of the best in the game. Sean Strickland, Robert Whittaker, and Israel Adesanya all sit on his resume. This fight marks the third defense of his title, and he's made it clear that doubts about his ability will only be answered the same way they always have, with another win. On the other side is Chimaev, whose rise was nothing short of explosive. When he debuted in 2020, he won 3 fights in just 65 days, a record that instantly made him a star. But his career has been slowed down by injuries, illness, and weight-cutting struggles. In fact, this fight will be just his 4th in 4 years. Still, the aura around him has only grown. Known for his relentless wrestling, brutal pressure, and violent finishes, Chimaev has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous men in MMA. His last fight ended with a shocking submission win over Robert Whittaker, reminding the world of just how destructive he can be. This matchup feels like more than just a title fight. For du Plessis, it's a chance to prove once again that he belongs at the very top. For Chimaev, it's the long-awaited opportunity to turn hype into history. UFC President Dana Whyte has called it one of the best fights the company has put together in years, and with both men in their prime, it's hard to disagree. The undercard only adds more intrigue. Aaron Pico, once touted as one of the brightest prospects in the sport, finally makes his UFC debut against undefeated featherweight Lerone Murphy. Pico's journey has been full of ups and downs, from a shocking loss in his very first pro fight to a resurgence that had him on the brink of title contention in Bellator, before that promotion was absorbed by PFL. Now, under the UFC banner, he gets the chance to show if the hype was justified all along. From top to bottom, UFC 319 feels like one of those rare cards where history could be written in multiple ways. Whether it's du Plessis continuing his reign, Chimaev finally claiming gold, or Pico making a statement in his first octagon appearance, this night in Chicago is set to deliver drama, action, and legacy-defining moments. Stay subscribed for more videos.